Good morning, everyone. I am Divya M from SA Engineering College, belonging to the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Today, I am here to explain about our project Smart Dustbin, and my teammate Divya Bharati will give the demonstration on the working of Smart Dustbin. In this presentation, we will start with the introduction, the components required, the schematic diagram, and we will also discuss about why Smart Dustbin, its working, and finally its conclusion. Introduction. Now we are living in the 21st century where urbanization has increased tremendously. Meanwhile, the waste produced is also increasing day by day. The main objective of our project is to efficiently manage the waste produced, even at our homes, our campus, etc. Basically, our project is built on a microcontroller based platform, Arduino Uno board, which is interfaced with many other components like GSM module, ultrasonic sensors for its function. The components required in our project are Arduino Uno board, a servo motor, three ultrasonic sensors, a GSM module, a motor with 1500 revolutions per minute, a 9-volt DC battery, breadboard, and a few jumper wires to connect all these components together into the breadboard. In this slide, the various components used in our project are displayed. The first one is the Arduino Uno board. It has the analog and the digital pins into which the ultrasonic sensor, the servo motor, the GSM module are connected using these jumper wires. The second one is the ultrasonic sensor. We need three such sensors in our project. The third one is the servo motor. This part is used to open and close the lid of the smart dustbin. We also have a DC motor which is used to rotate the blades in the smart dustbin. The next one is the GSM module. This module is used to send and receive messages by inserting a SIM at the backside of this module. And finally, we have the breadboard, which is used to connect all these components together. In the demonstration, you would know clearly about our project, its working, and also its function. Now let's move on to the block diagram. This is just an outline of what we have done. In the upcoming slides, you would know how to connect the sensors to the Arduino board. Initially, to the Arduino board, all these three sensors are connected. The servo motor is also connected and the GSM module. As I already said, it is used to send SMS to your mobile phones. Then we connect a 9-volt battery to a DC motor, which in turn runs the blades of the smart dustbin. This schematic diagram helps you to understand how to connect the ultrasonic sensors and the other components to the Arduino board. Here we have the ultrasonic sensor. It has the 4 pins: VCC, trigger, echo, and the ground pin. The trigger and echo of the first ultrasonic sensor is connected to the digital second and digital third of the Arduino board. The trigger and echo of the second ultrasonic sensor is connected to the digital 4 and digital 5 of the Arduino board. The trigger and echo of the third ultrasonic sensor is connected to the digital 7 and 8 of the Arduino board. We also have a GSM module here. It has many pins, but we will only use the 4 pins: ground, transmit, receive, and the VCC pin. An important note is that the VCC of the GSM must be connected to the 3.3 volt of the Arduino board. The transmit pin is connected to the digital 11 and the receive pin is connected to the digital 10 of the Arduino board. We also have a servo motor. It is connected to the digital 9 of the Arduino board. And finally, we have the DC motor, which is connected to the 9-volt battery. It is also connected to the blades of the smart dustbin, which is used to rotate the blades of the smart dustbin. All the components here must be given VCC and ground respectively. This is how it will look after connecting all the components to the Arduino board by using the breadboard. Now let's look into the working of the smart dustbin. The smart dustbin consists of two sections, a degradable and a non-degradable section. The degradable section consists of blades and it is connected to a DC motor. Once the degradable section is full, it would grind all the materials into minute particles, and then by introducing microbes into it, it is converted into manure and can be used to plants. Meanwhile, the non-degradable section keeps filling up. Once the dustbin is full, the lid won't open. In turn, it would send an alert message to the master saying that the dustbin is full through SMS. Let's discuss why smart dustbin is needed. It is the smartest way of managing your waste. In day-to-day life, a huge amount of waste is being generated at home, school, and even at college campus. It is an efficient way of managing your waste by which it is converted into manure and it can be used in plants. It also prevents land pollution and prevents the land being dumped, and it makes our place a better place to live in. Conclusion: by replacing our traditional bins with smart bins, the waste can be effectively managed. It avoids unnecessary dumping of waste. It also prevents foul smell and helps us to retain a healthy and a hygiene routine. It protects us from diseases. It can be further enhanced to reduce the pollution in our locality. Thank you.
Good morning to one and all present here. Now I'm going to show a demo on our smart dustbin. This is the inner part of our smart dustbin. It consists of two sections. One is non-degradable section and other one is a degradable section. In degradable section, we have placed a mixer and which was connected to a battery. At the top of the lid, and servo motor is placed for open and close conditions. And here we have our GSM module and Arduino UNO board and an ultrasonic sensor outside. Let's see the demo of our smart dustbin. Whenever a person come in contact with the dustbin, it will automatically open and closes with the help of the servo motor. As you can see, I have dumped some wastes in the degradable side. You can see that I have dumped some wastes in the degradable side as well as non-degradable side. Here an added advantage is if either one of the lid side is full, the lid will not open. See, the lid is not opening since we have dumped more wastes in degradable side. The wastes that we are dumping on non-degradable side like plastics, rubbers will given to the industries to recycle. Whereas this degradable side, we have a mixer which will grind the wastes into small particles and passes through the holes and get collected. The grinded particles are collected via this, where we must add some microorganisms to convert them as a manure. We can use this manure to our plants. The mixer is connected to the DC motor and a battery. When we on this was started to grind. When the dustbin is full, the message will be sent to the corresponding operator using this GSM module. This is the working of our smart dustbin. Thank you.
Hello, good morning everyone. I am S.V. Knis from SA Engineering College ECE department, and this is our project solar tracking using Arduino. Actually, this project was done by my friend Mr. Sabrisan from our college and same department. Now I am going to explain about what are the features and why these projects are we are selected. Main objective of this project is we are going to change the position of the solar panel, which depending upon the uh, for location of the sun side. Now we are going to see how it is possible. Basically, in this project, there are mainly four components only: solar panel, sensor, controller, and motor. We everybody know the thing. The solar panel is used to convert energy from solar energy into electrical energies, and the sensor we are using optical sensors like LDR sensors or any other photo detecting sensors, which means we are going to detect the intensity of the sunlight, the brightness of the sunlight. Imagine a thing, the sun in location in east side, so which means the east side of east side will get more sunlight compared to the west side. Then the solar panel automatically rotated to the east side. When the sun is come to the west side, then the solar panel automatically turn its side to west side. That the sunlight will indicated by using a sensors and controller they are the main part of our project. The controller used to compare that sensor value and given the instruction to the motor which side you should be turned. And they are nothing but simple operations. Okay, the sensor is imagine like our eye, which means our eye used to capture a image and given to our brain. And brain will instruct it to our hand, leg, or any other bodies components. So the same project will the same formula will indicate this side also. So solar panel is used to convert that energy. Sensors is used to tell which side the sun will place it. Controller are used to give the instruction to the motor, because motor can't understand the sensor value, right? But the controller can understand it. Now by using in these components, we are able to prepare the solar tracker more efficient compared to the fixed solar panels. So now we are going to see what are the basic components that we are using our projects. Okay, the LDRs, LDR solar, LDR is used to find the location of the sunlight. Now in this picture you can able to see the sun is placed in one direction, and the light and the output voltage does not occur. When the sunlight is fall on the solar panel, the output will triggered. So when the intensity based upon the intensity of the sunlight, the output pulse will be occurred. And the controller we are using is Arduino because it's an open source controller, right? So and the sensor value given to the Arduino. And Arduino calculate that the sensor value. If it is the right, if it is a right side sensor value given no voltage, and the left side sensor value give a high voltage, that then the controller decide the left side will be sun located. So the controller will instruct the insert the servo motor. The servo motor will rotate at the solar panel, which depending upon the location of the sunlight. Location of the sunlight. So the entire process will you only used to solar panels, and it will get more energy compared to the fixed energy. Let's see how it is possible. This is our final report. The red line indication solar tracker output, and the blue light indication the fixed solar panel output. In this graph, you are able to see clearly. In this graph, because the in the early morning time, the solar panel is fixed in the same side. Just imagine about it. The early morning, the sunlight will not. The sunlight will not fall on the solar panel, so the output of the solar panel is very much less. But in 12 p.m. The more sunlight will fall on the solar panel, so it will get more energy. Evening time it will get reduced energy. So this is the blue line graph will indicate the normal solar panel. But compared to this red line, this is our solar tracker output.
Okay, before going to our demo session, I'm going to show how the solar tracking system will work, and I'm going to show the circuit connection of this project. Mm, The workflow of this project, since the sunlight, the light is received by the LDR. LDR is a light dependent resistor. It receives the light from the sunlight, and it's produce some voltage to the device, and it's produce some voltage, and that voltage given to the Arduino as an analog input. And as per the LDR input, the servo motor will rotate towards the sun. That is the main concept of this project. I'm using Arduino as a microcontroller of this project, and I'm using a 9-volt power supply and SG90 servo motor, two LDRs, and I'm using a solar panel 9 volt. Okay, let's move into the circuit connection. Mm, Firstly, the servo motor contains three pins. One pin is a ground pin, and the second pin is the power supply pin, that is VCC, and third pin is digital pin. It's given to the Arduino. Okay, and the battery contains two terminal. One is positive, negative, and the positive terminal is red color. Is given to the V-in pin of this microcontroller Arduino, and the negative pin is giving to the ground. Okay, and the LDR contains two terminals. There is no positive, negative. Mm, Let us we can take any other pin as one pin is act as a VCC, that is 5-volt power supply, and another pin is given to the analog input. Why we giving analog input means we receive some light from the sun. The LDR gets some voltage and give the input to the Arduino as an analog input. That's why we giving analog input to the Arduino. And here it's a two resistor. Why I'm using two resistor in the sense the LDR is smallest object in this project. So we give a 9 volt directly to the LDR. The LDR will burn any other time. So that the reason I'm using that protection purpose, I'm using resistor in between this power supply and this LDR. This is the code of a project solar tracking system. Initially, we are going to install a library for the servo motor SG90. Here is the library function of the servo motor SG90, and we're going to initialize these things like initial position of the solar panel. It's 90 degree, and I'm already said we are using a 2 LDR and giving the input as analog. So I initialize the pin as A0 A1, and error is the variable. I'm giving the value 5. I'm what the main purpose of this error I'm said later. I will say later. Okay, and the servo pin, that means the servo motor SG90. The third pin, it's a digital pin. It's eighth pin of the digital in Arduino Uno. And this is a white setup. Setup in the sense it does only one task at a time. Okay, and this is the servo pin SG90. Attach a pin in 9 pin in digital, and pin mode LDR1. I'm already said LDR give the input to the Arduino, so that we initialize or we give the making the LDR pin as a input, and LDR2 also a input. And I'm already said the solar panel initial position is 90 degrees, so we can rotate the servo motor H90 in the 90 degree, so that this line makes a sense like that. And I'm give some delay for like 100, and the serial begin it's a 9600, it's a baud rate. Until 9600 the output will be shown in the serial monitor. That is the uh, sense in this line. Okay, and after void setup we are going to look void loop. In this loop function, it does a task repeatedly. That is the sense in this line. Void loop in the sense the task will doing repeatedly manner. That is the thing. Okay, we are going to initialize R1 as an analog. That means the LDR1, sorry, the LDR1 pin as an analog pin. So we are going to initialize int R1 equal to analog read LDR1, int R2 equal to analog read LDR2, and we are going to difference between the LDR pin. So why we are going to difference means um, sometimes in the sense it gives some negative value that can be rectified, that we are going to difference this. And the main thing is we are going to use this function abs in the sense absolute function, absolute output. Even the output is in negative form, it can change into a positive. That is the reason, that is the sense in these lines. Okay, and we are going to use a condition if diff1 less than equal to error, diff2 less than equal to error, it cannot doing nothing. That is the sense. I'm already said the error variable 5. If the LDR input, that means LDR value, intensity value is less than 5, the solar panel do not doing any rotation. That is the thing we are using this error line. Okay, and after if we are using else, in this else we are using another if, or else we are using a else if function, elif function, like that. Okay, if R1 is less than, okay, sorry, is greater than R2, the initial position equal to minus minus initial position. That means the servo meter will rotate the to 0th degree, 90 degree, from 90 degree to 0th degree. That is the sense in this line. And this is the printing line statement and delay. And this is another statement. R1 is less than R2 means the initial position 90 degree, from 90 degree to 180 degree it's rotate. That is the thing in this line. And I'm giving a delay 50. We are going to give any delay. In my convenient, I'm giving a 50 delay as a delay. Used to rotate the solar panel in the initial position with the delay of 100. Okay, here is the setup of a project solar tracking system. I am using a 9-volt solar panel in this project, and I am using Arduino as a microcontroller. It's a Uno. There are a lot of types available in the market like Nano, Mega, like that. So I am in my convenient, I am using Arduino Uno, and I am already show the circuit connection of this project. This is the circuit connection of this project. First, the initial position of the solar panel. This is the initial position, and now solar panel is moved to west direction depending upon the sunlight, and the sunlight falls on the LDR2, it's moved to east direction. Let's see the serial monitor. Here is the solar panel moved to west direction depending upon the light, and now the solar panel is moved to east direction due to the sunlight. It falls on the solar panel, sorry, LDR. Thank you.